The story of the lost light, the search for truth. Once upon a time, in a small village hidden among lush mountains, lived a young man named Dimitris. Dimitris was filled with questions and searches. He had a sense that something was missing, something deep and true, something he couldn't explain in words, but felt with all his soul. He lived in a world full of everyday worries and obligations, but he always felt that the light he was searching for to guide his life had been lost somewhere in the darkness. One day, while walking through the forest near his village, Dimitris met an elderly man sitting beside a small stream. This man was well known in the village, not only for his age but also for his wisdom. His name was Nikolaos, and the people called him the guardian of the light. Dimitris, feeling he might find an answer to his questions, approached the elder. "Good morning, Mr. Nikolaos," Dimitris said with respect. "I feel lost and full of questions. I don't know how to find the truth I seek or how to reach the light I believe has been lost." Nikolaos looked at him with calm eyes and said, "The light you seek, my child, is not something you can find with your eyes. It is something you must find within yourself, a truth that lies within your heart and soul. Would you like to discover it?" Dimitris, though confused, felt a strange peace in his heart and nodded affirmatively. "How can I find it?" Nikolaos stood up from his seat and began to walk slowly along the stream. "Follow me," he said. "I will show you how to find the light you seek. But know that the truth is not revealed immediately. It requires time, patience, and an open mind." They walked for hours through the forest until they reached a large rock. Nikolaos stopped and said, "This rock is like your heart. At first it is tight and closed, full of doubts and fears, but if you try to break it violently, you will understand that you won't succeed." Dimitris looked at him puzzled. "And what should I do?" Nikolaos placed his hand on the rock and said, "You must embrace it, understand it, and allow it to reveal its inner light with patience and understanding. When you understand the truth of yourself, the light inside you will begin to shine." Dimitris felt a deep sense of relief and decided to follow the elder's advice. He began to look deeply within himself, to listen to his thoughts and feelings, to understand his fears and doubts, without judging them. For the first time, he felt he was starting to understand who he really was, without the pressure of the world around him. Over time, Dimitris began to notice that his life was changing. His everyday worries no longer affected him so strongly. His inner peace began to grow, and the light he had been searching for began to flow from within him, like the sunlight breaking through the clouds after a storm. One day, as he walked through the forest, he remembered the elder's words and felt gratitude. Nikolaos was right, he thought. The truth is always within us, waiting for us to discover it. The love for ourselves, the acceptance of our fears and weaknesses, is the key to finding peace and wisdom. His search for the lost light had ended, and he realized that the light was not something that had been lost somewhere far away, but something that had always been inside him, waiting to be recognized. The moral of the story: the truth and the light we seek are not external, but hidden within us. We need to take the time for self-awareness, to accept our inner fears and doubts, and to learn to live with respect and love for ourselves. When we understand and accept ourselves, the light of truth will begin to shine, bringing peace and wisdom into our lives.